Hey everyone, welcome back. In today's video, I'll be showing you guys how I make my chicken fiesta recipe. So to begin, you just want to start with freshly washed chicken breast and then just pat dry to remove any excess water. Once you have that complete, you will move on and place your chicken breast into a medium-sized bowl and begin to prepare your seasonings. So now we're just going to begin seasoning our chicken breast, and to start I use salt, then I go in with black pepper, and I just like to coat enough to cover the top of the chicken breast. And for all of the seasonings, you can just go in with however much you like, just add it to your preference. Next, I go in with garlic powder, and I just coat that to my liking as well. So next, for the rest of the seasonings, I go in with oregano, some cayenne pepper, but I only use a little bit of that, I use parsley, and next I'll go in with cumin, and for this recipe I used smoked paprika, but you can also use just regular paprika, but for this recipe I prefer to use smoked. And then chili powder, and that's it for all of the seasonings for my chicken breast. So once you're done seasoning, it should look like this, and then you just want to take your fingers and spread it all over just to really cover and like coat the chicken breast like really well. Once you finish seasoning the one side, you want to flip your chicken breast over and repeat with the same ingredients on the other side, and it should look really coated, and you'll have remaining seasoning left in the bottom of your bowl. And what you can do with that is either toss it or sprinkle the rest on top of your chicken breast. Once you've completed all of those steps, you can go ahead and place your chicken in the oven at 425 degrees Fahrenheit or 218 degrees Celsius for an hour, or until it's cooked all the way through. And a tip to know when your chicken is cooked all the way through is the internal temperature should read at 165 degrees Fahrenheit or 74 degrees Celsius. Once you've got that complete, you can go ahead and prepare the rest of the seasonings for the rest of your meal. And first I have 1 teaspoon of chili powder, next I have 1 teaspoon of smoked paprika, Then I go in with half a teaspoon of cayenne pepper. Next I have 1 teaspoon of cumin. One tablespoon of oregano. Then I go in with about 1 tablespoon or half a tablespoon of parsley. And I go in with a tablespoon and a half of garlic powder. And with the garlic powder, you can kind of just go based off of however much you think you would like. Then next to a larger size bowl, I go in with salt and pepper to my liking. And once you have all of those prepared, you can go ahead and combine all of your seasonings into another bowl. And you want to whisk all of these together until they're thoroughly combined. Once you have all of your spices combined, you can go ahead and set that aside and begin working on your corn. For this, you need 2 cans of fresh corn and pour this over medium-high heat. You want to cook this for about 5 to 7 minutes, and you can stir this occasionally. And once you have this done, you can bring the heat down to low, like the lowest setting that you have on your stove, and let that heat until the remaining of your meal is done. Once you're all finished with your corn, your chicken should be done and ready to cut into slices. And when you slice these, you can go ahead and just cut them up into like small or medium-sized pieces, whatever is easier for you, and place them into a large size bowl. Once you finish slicing your chicken, you can begin shredding it to your liking, and once you finish shredding it, set it to the side for later use. So after completing shredding your chicken, go ahead and heat your pan to like a medium-high heat and add about a tablespoon of olive oil and let that warm up until it's fully heated. Once your oil is done heating, add in 5 cloves of minced garlic and just go ahead and begin mixing that in with your oil. After that, add 1 large diced onion, and just begin mixing that in all together. Once you've got that mixed in, add half yellow pepper, half green pepper, and half red pepper, and make sure that they're all diced. And just go ahead and begin mixing that in. Once that's all mixed in, go ahead and cook it down for about 5 to 7 minutes and stir this occasionally. Once all your onions and peppers have cooked down, go ahead and add 1 diced tomato and just begin mixing that in. Add 1 cup of crushed tomatoes, and as you're adding in your ingredients, make sure to be mixing in as you go, because you want to make sure that everything is like combined together thoroughly. And once you're finished with that, go ahead and add half of your bowl of seasoning. You only want to begin with half for now because we'll be saving the remaining half for later. After that, pour in 1.5 cups of chicken broth. And once you've added that in, go ahead and allow your mixture to simmer for about 5 to 7 minutes. Once your mixture has been simmering for about 5 to 7 minutes, carefully add in all of your shredded chicken. And you can do this with tongs or a fork. And once your chicken is added, grab a spatula and begin mixing that in. Go ahead and pour in your remaining seasoning. This is optional, you don't have to because it's already well seasoned, but I like to go ahead and add more. And just continue to mix until everything is fully incorporated. Once your chicken has been incorporated to your broth and vegetables, allow this to simmer for an additional 5 to 7 minutes. And a tip I have is to cook your rice beforehand, and it should come out looking fluffy like that. And everything should come together looking like this, and we can begin plating now. I like to use a bowl and start with my rice. Then with my tongs, I go ahead and add in my chicken and vegetables. And don't forget to add in some of that broth. Then I'll add my corn. And just for fun, I like to go ahead and top it off with some parsley. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you liked it.